Well, since it's the off-season and there's not much else to talk about, I thought it would be fun to look forward a bit with the annual Future Captains video. In case you're new to the concept, we'll be going through the select few teams that don't officially have a player wearing the C, and contemplate on who would be the best fit in order to predict the next captain. And with that, here are 6 captains of the future. Things in Columbus, as of late, are very uncertain, as in the bulk of the previous core, including names such as Nick Foligno, Kim Atkinson, and Seth Jones, have all moved on from the Jackets here recently, along with longtime bench boss John Tortorella. Therefore, it's a pretty fair statement to say that things will certainly be different next season for the team in Ohio's capital. And after losing longtime captain Nick Foligno, the Jackets will be looking to fill the void eventually, sparking more change. With Zach Werenski getting compensated to stay, basically, it's likely that the 24-year-old will be around longer than most names currently on the roster. But when looking at the type of captain the team had previously, a closer match to Foligno to me that would fit the captain criteria with ease would be fan favorite Boone Jenner. The forward is the longest tenured Jacket currently on the team, as Jenner is set to begin his 9th season with CBJ in October. Not only has the 28-year-old endeared himself to fans, his teammates, but also longtime GM Jarmo Kekalainen, who believes number 38 would be the perfect choice to be the 7th captain in CBJ's history. He's certainly got all the ingredients, the GM says. I don't know if there's too many better guys character-wise than Boone Jenner. He's a heart and soul guy for us. He's a team-first guy, he's a leader for us, and he plays hard. He shows up every night to compete and does the same thing, he says. Elevates the level of our work and the standard here every day. Those are the types of leaders that we want here, and we want them for long term, he says. This paired with the fact that Jenner has recently been given a 4-year extension up until 2026 is also a good indicator that he'll be around for a hot minute. And also, Jenner displays a rare but valuable quality that players for Columbus rarely seem to emanate. I want to be there. I love Columbus, Jenner says. I love everything about it. I wanted to stay here. I think at the end of the last season, in the media, I kind of touched on it. Just some of the stuff that's said about Columbus and the city of Columbus in the media definitely rubbed me the wrong way. I'm a guy that's been here 8 years now, and it's a tremendous city. I don't agree with it, he says. Similarly to Columbus, Calgary has also been in an awkward phase of transition. As longtime captain Mark Giordano was recently drafted by Seattle, the future of Sean Monahan is also in question. The franchise will be looking to find some stability this coming season, with many pegging Matthew Tkachuk as the rightful captain after Giordano's departure. Questions immediately arose last season, considering the forward's maturity level due to various on-ice actions. But as the 23-year-old matures, with arbitration rights on the horizon, is it possible that the Flames could choose to take a route that's less conventional next season? A few obvious choices other than Tkachuk are Backlund, who is the longest tenured Flame, Chris Tanev, who has quickly become a fan favorite, despite only playing 1 season thus far with Calgary, and seasoned veteran Milan Lucic. While Tanev would also make sense given his playing style, if the Flames want to choose a guy similarly to Giordano that's seen it all, they'd go with Milan Lucic. Not only is Lucic a known character guy in the room, but he also has Stanley Cup experience as well. And to beat it all, also like Giordano, Lucic played under Daryl Sutter prior to the coach's return to Alberta. If the team wants a captain that emanates exactly what Sutter is all about, that displays a lot of old school tendencies, then they'll definitely be putting a C on Lucic before next season. If there was a pick on here that was safe with 100% certainty, it would have to be Mark Giordano's presumed captaincy with the Kraken. After the 37-year-old was selected by Seattle, it's pretty much been an unsaid fact that he will be bearing the C before long for the league's newest franchise. As a defenseman who definitely has the best resume, assumed captaincy duties for Calgary for 8 seasons with the Flames. Not only is he experienced, but he's also become the unassumed face of the Kraken, for the time being at least. Yes, there's Jordon and Jamie Oleksiak, who also have experience and will be character guys, I'm sure, for the team, but having Giordano here, for me, still is a no-brainer. Similarly to his brother, Brady Tkachuk has been a long-time favorite in the running for captaincy in Ottawa. Despite having many innate qualities that one would want in a captain, controversial GM Eugene Melnick, according to The Athletic, has shut the idea down immediately pending that Tkachuk would be signing a bridge deal while saying, quote, "You can't have a captain on a bridge contract. It's not going to happen," end quote. Therefore, despite the fact that there's multiple captains before him that have been on bridge deals, this is Melnick we're talking about after all. Anyways, assuming that Brady is taking the bridge deal route in order to see if the Sens can deliver futuristically, the Senators are going to be choosing someone else, certainly if this happens. In result, the other likely candidate in my mind for the task is defenseman Thomas Chabot. Also drafted by Ottawa in the first round, at 24 years of age, Chabot has had no problem with committing long-term to his club, as number 72 will be entering the second year of his lengthy 8-year deal valued at $64 million this season. Similarly to Ottawa's last captain, Erik Karlsson, Chabot also logs lengthy minutes on the back end and is heavily relied upon. One small perk here also would be that Chabot speaks French as well, therefore he could cater to the Francophone population as well as a captain. While Jack Eichel won't be sticking around for much longer to me anyways, next season doesn't seem like an appropriate time for the Sabres to select anyone for captaincy, due to the fragile state that their team is in and has been in for a long time. Buffalo will most likely be looking to turn a page and look to the future without worrying about things that they don't have to right now. But hey, it is Buffalo, so I suppose who really knows what'll happen. Before the start of last season, the Rangers unveiled their plan to have 4 alternates rather than going the traditional route with a captain. Ever since the departure of Ryan McDonough in 2018, the Blue Shirts haven't had anyone sporting the C. Despite this though, there have been a couple players in contention for captaincy, as both were deemed alternates prior to the 2020-21 season commencing, in Mika Zibanejad and Chris Kreider. Even though Zibanejad for me seemed like the logical choice last time around, this time, Kreider seems to be the better choice of the two. Not only is Kreider the longest tenured Ranger of 9 seasons, but he was also chosen as a spokesperson for the team on the night after the controversial events between Tony DeAngelo and Alex Georgiev took place. Kreider voiced his frustration with the club's performance and lack of playing simple north to south hockey, and despite losing their first game to Pittsburgh, the game after the speech, the second in the back-to-backer, was a 3-1 victory. Kreider, whose contract expires in 2027, will be around for a considerable amount of time regardless in the Big Apple, either way. Shortly after the Canadiens' run to the Stanley Cup Final concluded, it quickly became apparent that defenseman Shea Weber wouldn't be returning next season and possibly at all for Montreal due to injuries. Back in 2015, shortly before Weber moved up north from Nashville, former Habs legend Guy Lafleur voiced his opinion on who the next captain should be. Captain shouldn't be chosen on the amount of goals he's going to score, Lafleur says. Gallagher really impresses me every night that I see him play. He's aggressive, he wants to win, he gets some bad shots from opponents, he takes a lot of hits, and there's not too many guys on the team that work like he does. I like the way he plays. He shows up every night and gives 100%. I think he's a great influence on his teammates, Lafleur says. Take it from me or take it from Guy. Gallagher was pretty much made to be captain. Having a guy with his selfless and fearless playing style would definitely fire guys up and would translate throughout the lineup. Assuming Weber does decide to retire, it's pretty much a slam dunk in my mind for Gallagher to be the ultimate leader going forward. After parting ways with Oliver Ekman-Larsson, the Yotes have been busy acquiring picks while looking forward to the future. With that being said, it would make the most sense to me if during this transition phase culturally that the team put a halt on naming their next captain and just handed out some A's instead.